I just had to let you know you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like forever, even if forever tonight. Just lay with me.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Golden, back on the patio with another freaking video. So I wanted to kind of go a little bit more deeper into this video than I did when I recorded it the first time, because the first time, you know,
like a dad, you could be a deadbeat. You don't really need your daddy, but your mom, you need your mom.
but is that true though? Because I feel like you do need your daddy in life.
You need your dad, but
Because with my dad, I be struggling with that. Like, my biological, like, it's to the point where I don't really talk to him because I don't really care like that. I wonder about that other parent. You feel me? You can't protect him from everything, but I kind of wish he would just close the door on his ass, because that's how I feel. And if I ever have a kid, that's kind of what I'm going to do. That's just my mindset right now. I don't know if it's going to, like, at 18, there's stuff that I do, and I can clearly see where I get that from. Like, I got daddy issues on the low, but I've kind of worked through those, and I'm at this point, and I kind of want him to see this video. Either way, I'm gonna just throw this up there. I don't have a dad. Like, I was just, you know, I was being serious, but we just gonna get into it. So in my last video that I did with my friend was here, we was basically talking about our experiences with our dads, you know, with the parents that left. And, you know, you heard what I said and you heard what she said, and I kind of just wanted to touch base on that because I was actually having that conversation with my mom, and I feel like I've been having that conversation my whole life. I honestly want to know what makes y'all leave, and do y'all understand the effect that you have when you do leave? Because real talk, I got two dads basically, right? At this point, I'm finna just, at this point, let's just talk about it. My dad, my biological dad, I feel like I love him. I love him like a child loves a father. But I don't really know him, in all honesty. Like, I got a couple of good memories. Like, we used to go to the movies a lot. When he got his place and I'd stay over there. But I don't really know him because he's been in and out of my life my whole life. And he would do good and I'd see him, and then it'd be like weeks, months, years type shit. I feel like I was always begging him to come around. And then I felt like he used to make me, like, he used to try to make me feel like the bad guy as I got older, because I just stopped caring. I slowly but surely stopped caring, and now I'm at a point where I no longer care at all. And it sucks, because I really do want that relationship. I feel like he robbed me. I feel like basically there's 50% of me that I'm never going to understand. There's 50% of me that I'm never going to know about. Because at the end of the day, you were the parent that left. And you try to come back in every now and again, and then you make me feel wrong. Oh, why haven't you called me? Or da-da-da-da. I'm not the parent. Do I feel like, yeah, we both need to put in effort? But I'm tired of putting in effort. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life waiting on the porch for you. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of kids can relate to that. I do, and it's sad. It's sad because my mom tells me all the time, like, he shouldn't have this much effect over you. And you're right, he shouldn't. But it's like, sometimes I wish that she would have just kept him away from us. Like, instead of letting him come in and out and do whatever, because she, you know, she explained to me, like, there's really nothing you can do. The child is always going to want. They're always going to wonder and yearn for the other parent. And she tried. My mom was the best mom. She did what she had to do. She was out here working 2 jobs. Like, she was taking care of us. Like, but that lady is my heart right there. Like, I love my mom. And even when we getting on each other's nerves, or, you know, when I was younger and I used to try you, like, understand, I'm going to always love you and I'm going to always respect you and I'm going to always care about you. You are what I aspire to be, if not better, because you really held it down. You were a single parent taking care taking care of 2 kids. My brother, we always had the latest electronics, Jordan collections, own rooms, like flat screen TVs. I think Mosi had every single PlayStation there is known to man. So my mom was out here doing it by herself. She did it, and even when she was struggling, we never knew type shit. But then it's like, I feel bad for her because she ain't really had no choice. Honestly, I mean, she really did have a choice. She could have left too, but she's not built like that. So, you know, or, you know, she could have been one of those parents who, like, was like those single, you know, some of those parents who, like, resent the child when they're stuck or whatever and stuff like that. Like, there was all kinds of personalities that I could have had for a mom. There was all kinds of women and mindsets that I could have had for a mom. And I'm glad that I got the mom that I got. I'm a little strange, and I've definitely had my moments and whatever. She did a damn good job, because besides all that emotional shit, I'm lit all the time. I was a good kid. Sports. I've had a job since I was like 15. Like, she did the damn thing. I turned out all right, okay? And I had one less parent than all of my friends. And then my second dad, I feel like he did the same thing to me that my biological dad did, except he lived in the house. Like, I felt completely ignored. I felt like he was always, the only time he opened his mouth to me was to tell me what I did wrong, or to yell at me, like, about the house, like there's not 3 other kids here and I'm the only kid in this house with a job. But I just felt like he did the same thing that my biological dad did, except he was there. And, you know, I think at some level he loved me and stuff like that, but I just feel like he took me for granted. Like, I was just always gonna be there. And I was literally waiting on the porch for you too. Got my nigga. I was waiting on the porch for you too. Basically, except you lived there. You would walk in the house and you'd ignore me. You were always fucking angry. You're just like a big angry. So when it comes down to it, I did kind of want to touch base on it, because I feel like there's a lot of kids out there that go through the same thing. And I've spent my life wondering what was wrong with me and why everybody in my life leaves. Because the first person that was ever supposed to be there left me. You just dipped out on me. And then I allowed you to keep coming back and out, in and out of my life. And I would give you all these chances, and you would hurt my feelings, and you would have me out there waiting on you and stuff like that. And as I got older, you just disappointed me after disappointment after disappointment. I felt like I was the parent and I was taking care of you when you weren't around. When you were around, and when you weren't around, I acted like you didn't exist. And then everybody in my life from that point, I'm not saying from that point on, but I noticed where I get that shit from. Like, I let people use me as an option, and I'm there for people, and I put my heart on a sleeve, and I'm there for people 110%. And then when it ends badly, or they, you know, get what they need out of me, they just, you know, they leave, and then they come back. And I just always allow people to come back. I allow people to take me for granted, to use me. I'm out here giving out the best parts of myself to put another motherfucker back together. What about myself? That's why I felt so broken. That's why I felt so lost. And now I'm at a point where I'm not there no more. And I feel like it comes off like real cocky and real aggressive, or whatever the case may be, when the reality is I'm just not that little soft-ass little girl that I used to be. Don't get me wrong, I still have a big heart and I still care about people, but I look at people differently. It got to a point where every time I would try, he was just not there, and I tried a lot more than he tried. And now that he's kind of like trying again, and I mean again, he's trying, like, you know, it was off for a while, now it's back on. It's to the point where I know it's gonna go back off. And we're not gonna do this for the rest of my life. We not. I'm not even in the same state no more. It's like this. It's like I look at it as like a friendship. Like, I'm not in the same state no more. I'm 18, so you don't have to worry about the child support that you didn't like paying anyway. You know, I'm good. Like, I turned out okay. Unfortunately, you done ran out a lot of opportunities for that child that on the inside of me that really just wanted that. Because, like, where you been, I had to learn about guys by myself. I had to learn how to fight by myself. I had to learn how to pick myself up and do it. by myself. Like, all the things that dads are supposed to teach you, and, you know, I don't even know what dads are supposed to teach you, because my mom taught me everything, and then I figured the shit out on my own. But I feel like whatever dads are supposed to teach you, and when you have like a nice, you know, good functioning father in your life, like, somebody let me know like what they're supposed to teach you. But everything that you were supposed to teach me, you like, we've run out of time. And it sounds harsh, and honestly, like, if you had hit me up, if you had got me like maybe a year ago, I probably would be crying and everything. But I've gotten to the point where I realize that there's nothing wrong with me. I feel like I'm hardworking. I feel like I'm nice for the most part. I'm goofy. Like, I'm loyal, supportive. Like, all of these good, genuine things about me, besides the fact that I got a bad attitude sometimes and a smart-ass mouth, there's nothing else that you can teach me. And there's no desire for me to, like, soothe anything. Because I feel like my whole life I've been coddling this little girl on the inside that sits there and waits for you outside on the porch. And I have finally got her to a point where she is paying rent, paying electric bills, living by herself, got her a nice job, graduated, finna go to college. Like, I'm pretty much good. I personally don't feel like I need a dad, and it sucks. And honestly, I want people to comment, like, let me know what it feels like, and if you are one of, because I feel like we're a small community. Well, we're not a small community, but we're a community, you feel me, like, of kids who kind of just got, like, left behind by a parent. I'm not just talking about dads, because there's some moms out here too. To the parents that left, you feel me, this is really kind of like a fuck you video. Because I love my dad. I love my dad because I feel like I have to love my dad. But that love that I have for my mom, where I want to love my mom, like, I couldn't imagine life without my mom, that's not there with him. That connection was never formed. That bond was never built. So it's like, because I know you're my dad, I feel something for you. But it takes more than sperm to be a father. It takes more than sperm to call yourself a parent. And it takes more than just pushing the baby out to call yourself a mom, too. I finally kind of got myself to a point where I don't cry about it anymore, and where I'm enough. And I feel like with these last videos that I've done, especially pertaining to boys, and then these my dads, I'm enough. Like, me as a person, I am enough. And back then, I didn't know that I was enough. I didn't know that I was the sugar honey iced tea. Like, I didn't know that I was a star on the inside, and that I was gonna be a legend. Like, I just had no faith, no awareness of myself. So I was this small little shell of anxiousness and this ball of emotions and stuff like that. And now, sitting on this porch right now and going through everything that I've gone through to get through this point, I'm enough, period. And to my dads, to both of y'all, to the first one, you missed out. You missed out on a hell of a kid, bro. And I feel like every time I've ever got to that point, I would stop and I would hold my tongue, because you were my dad. But like I just said, it takes more than that to be a dad. Just because you helped create me, you didn't raise me, bro. Like, you didn't teach me anything. Like, I don't see myself in you. I don't, because I would never leave my kids. I would never make them feel like they wasn't good enough. I don't see any characteristics from you. I didn't get my strength from you. I didn't get my charm from you. Like, I don't know you. And I wanted to know you for so long. Like, I wanted to know you for so long. But you didn't give me that chance. And just like with my stepdad, I wanted to know you for so long. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's kind of like another opportunity to have a dad. And you had your moments, and we had our moments, but it's just not enough no more. I'm not 12 no more. I'm not 13. I'm not going to keep begging someone to see me, to love me, to stay with me. Because I'm enough. And if y'all walk out on me, you missing out on a hell of a lot, because I personally think I'm a pretty good human. I'm a pretty good human. I don't think that I would have, I never had the courage to say it, ever. And it started building up slow and now I'm not a little kid no more. And now that I'm 18, honestly, this is what I feel like. I would try as like I got older. As I was younger, I would try, and as I got older, I would care less and less about it. But because of the title that you held, I had to like be, like respectful and stuff like that. Not saying that I'm gonna just start being disrespectful, but it's kind of like I don't see the point in holding communication or anything like that, because I'm 18 now and I'm pretty much learning how to take care of myself. The only person I really need to speak to on them types of terms and to be around is my mom. The parent that stayed, the parent that was there. I'm not gonna be 26 years old with insecurities that I had when I was 12 about men who missed out on something amazing, because I'm gonna be something. Pretty much. I'll be damned if I'm not. So at this point, I got all these dreams and all these things that I'm gonna accomplish and things that I'm gonna turn, and so I can make myself a better person, and I'm gonna have my own family, and I'm gonna have my own business and stuff like that. Like, I'm not finna be, I ain't finna go back and forth with you for the rest of my life. I feel like after I hit 18, like, it was pretty much like, I don't know. Honestly, this might sound harsh or whatever, and I don't want it to sound harsh. This is just generally how I feel. I feel like at the end of the day, with either of y'all, if either of y'all ever see this, if y'all ever see this, it's kind of like, because you have the title dad, I'll have a general love and a general respect. But I feel like if you didn't have that title, you wouldn't be in my life. And I probably wouldn't acknowledge your presence. Because with or without you, I'm the person that I am today type shit. And y'all have just been in and out. So with you being there and without you being there, I'm still who I am. And I'm happy of who this person is. And y'all had nothing to do with that. And, well, my stepdad was there in certain situations. But still, yeah, nah. Y'all had nothing to do with that. I had to figure this shit out by myself. And I just feel like y'all don't deserve to have the credit. So the title of dad. So at this point, I don't have a dad. I feel like, and I said that in the last video, I just have a mom. Cause she get to claim this. Like, she get to look at me and be like, I did that. Y'all can't. Cause you didn't. Me and her make a hell of a team, cause we made an awesome little person. And you never get to experience that. And that's really all I gotta say. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this. Let me know if you are a part of the Parents Who Left crew. You feel me? And to y'all, you don't need them. You don't need them. Pretty much.